All right, let's be on the record in case number 2019-CR329, captioned State of Kansas versus Nicolaus Watson. Would the parties announce their appearances, please?
May it please the court, Candace Alvarez appears on behalf of the state.
Please the court, defendant Nicolaus Watson appears by Zoom. Counsel Anthony Russo also by Zoom.
Hold on. Do we know who that is?
Who what is?
I don't know who it is, but
Can none of you hear that? Something's talking in my.
I don't know. Nick, mute
Yeah.
your-
Oh yeah, I'll mute mine.
That must have been it.
I can still hear it. All right, we're not on the record yet until I can figure this out.
We're gonna be Zoom bombed.
Can nobody else hear that? It's talking about Justice Byers' retirement.
Nope.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear anything.
Is there someone else in the room we don't know about?
It's like a computer voice reading a press release.
Like the weather warnings?
Oh, look, you got someone else.
This has never happened to me.
You don't have to. You can.
Now, whatever it was, I closed down my full court and it stopped. All right. Well, that leaves me in a little bind because I was gonna look at that to read off the allegations, but we'll get to that as it is. All right, let's be on the record in case number 2019-CR329, captioned State of Kansas versus Nicolaus Watson. Would the parties announce their appearances, please?
May it please the court, Candace Alvarez appears on behalf of the state.
May it please the court, Nicolaus Watson appears in person by Zoom with counsel Anthony Russo also by Zoom.
All right, Mr. I'm sorry, I'm Watson. As your lawyer mentioned, we're doing this by Zoom because of the pandemic. If you wanted to have this hearing in person, we could continue it and set that up and have everybody appear in the courthouse. But my understanding in talking to your lawyer is that you're okay by doing this by video conference. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. There were 3 allegations in the motion for revocation. Mr. Lovin, I can't look at mine without some audio starting. Would you tell me what those allegations were?
Yes, Your Honor. Let me pull that up. Off the top of my head, it was failure to remain law-abiding. He was arrested in March by Kansas City, Missouri Police Department for occupying a stolen vehicle, possession of a firearm, and possession of drugs. That was arrest number KC 200-20120. He did not report that to Missouri Probation and Parole or myself. He did not report as directed. I believe he was told to report on March the 25th of 2020. Missouri saw him last in December of 2019, and he has not made a payment on court costs and attorney's fees. He owes the original balance of $1,248.
Mr. Russo, have you had a chance to talk with your client about these allegations, and does he have a position today?
Yes, Judge, we have spoke. He does have explanations, but for the purposes of today's hearing, we would be entering a stipulation to the violations of probation.
All right. Is that correct, Mr. Watson?
That's correct. And if I need to pay my fines for balance, I do have the money to pay for my $1,200 court cost.
Good. That will take care of that today. All right. We ready for disposition then?
Yeah.
Ms.
Yes,
Alcaraz, Mr. Russo.
yes,
Yes, Judge.
All right. I've received a copy of the recommendations. Let me see if I can put those up here.
while you're
All
doing,
right.
I will add that the arrest in Missouri did not result in any charges being filed. They were basically put off for further investigation.
All right.
There was negative law enforcement contact, but he has not been charged. He doesn't have any new charges.
All right. Let's see if it will let me do this now. All right. Here's Mr. Lovin's dispositional report. Ms. Alcaraz, I'd hear any comments on it.
Judge, I would agree with the recommendations for this case. This is his first revocation up. I mean, although we are coming up on a year and trying to be done with this case, I think these are things that could be accomplished, and hopefully he can get them done quickly so we can close him out and send him on his way.
All right. Mr. Russo?
We would agree with those recommendations. As my client's already said, he can pay that balance pretty quickly. He has no problem with it being extended. It was close to being done, but under the circumstances, he understands and will need to recompact over to Missouri. But we would agree with the tier 1 3-day jail sanction. He served that. He was in at least, I think, 2 weeks.
Yes.
So that would have been served.
Yeah, I was in 2 weeks in Wyandotte, and then I was in 45 days in Clay County being held for Wyandotte.
All right. Thank you. Anything further, Mr. Russo?
No, Judge.
Mr. Lovin, anything you want to add to your recommendations?
Well, I do. With Mr. Watson saying that he is prepared to pay off court costs and fees, my recommendation to extend this 12 months would be to allow him to make that payment. If he is going to make that payment this week, I would recommend that once that is actually done, I request that the case be closed.
All right.
Unless the state would proffer having the 12 months as a sanction, if you will, for the other 2 violations.
State, Mr. Lovin kind of stole my thunder because I think that's where I was going. Do you have any
Yeah.
objection to that?
No, I do not, Judge.
All right. Mr. Watson, anything you want to tell me in addition to what I've heard today before I decide to what to do with this revocation hearing?
No, I'm pretty pleased with what happened, and like I said, I could pay today the $1,200 if need be, if
Okay.
that'll help out the closing of the case.
All right, thank you. So I am going to find the defendant as stipulated to the violations of this probation as listed in the motion. And I will find he is in that violation. I am, as a sanction, I'll give him a tier 1 3-day sanction with credit for his time that he's served. He will be extended either 12 months from today or until all of his costs and fees are paid off, whichever occurs first. All right.
Thank
So
you.
as soon as you get that paid off, Mr. Watson, they'll close your case.
Thank
Sound
you.
good?
I appreciate that. Yep, sounds great.
All right. Ladies, gentlemen, anything else we need for our record today?
Not from the state, Judge.
Not from the defendant.
You gonna e-file this, Candace?
I'll send it to Mr. Russo to get checked and then send it on to you, Judge.
That will work. All right. We are adjourned. You all have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Watson. Good luck.
Thank you.